This is Smith Welding. I'm Adam Niffen. I'm your host. Stroll around the shop with us. Check out what we got in here today. It's always fun and interesting. Alright, so we are hard at work. Let me show you what's going on. Right now we're stripping decals. They're old, they're crusty. We'll take some lacquer thinner, xylene, something. We'll get the goop off. We've got to wash these panels. We're actually going to buff them. See how well we can get it. We're going to be replacing this. All four pieces, two pieces each side. Rocker panels, you can see. Much to my chagrin, I'm discovering that those rocker panels are at least a week out through any of my standard sources, so I'm a little pissed off there because owner wants us Friday. We got it Saturday, yes, the holiday weekend Saturday. I showed you the opener, how we set up brake lines, why we set them up the way we do, what a double flare is. It's its own little video. We've gone through and replumbed 90% of the brake system because it was bad, real bad. It was all blown out. They just twisted. A line blew, they just twisted off. That's all they did. This is for the HVAC company we do a lot of work for. This is the newest vehicle to their fleet. This is the shape they're buying them in. Whatever. We're actually going to perform a tune-up on it as well. Alright, so these rockers, I can't get them from my standard vendors. Bumper, we're gonna bedline it. Grill, we're gonna black it out. It's simple, it's gonna be a lacquer paint. Just clean things up. I gotta order the matching paint so I can paint the rockers in. Alright, so right now, I'm dealing with these stickers. This is my method. This is the best method I've found so far. I come in and I just warm it up. I'm gonna go to the M, okay? That way I got a corner to pull on and I can show you guys a little better. I'm warming the whole sticker up. I'm not trying to melt paint. I'm not gonna take a knife to this because this box already has enough scratches on it. I don't want to add to that. Because if I make scratches, I have to fix it. Just as simple as get a corner up. And it's going to leave a sticky, gooey residue. Do we care? No. We got chemicals when we're wearing gloves and being careful. Pull that off. Alright, so doing this one-handed isn't helping me. I haven't got my tripod set up. I'm gonna get the corner of that up. Alright, so we're back at you. I got the corner peeled up and I'm just being real careful and gentle. I'm keeping my hand, don't get all the way out here and pull. Keep your hand right next to where it's pulling from. See, I gotta turn this corner. I can get the whole thing off in one fell swoop if I'm really careful about it. Keep your hand down low towards the vehicle. See? Do yourself the favor as you go. Don't leave those little details for later. Because later you'll just be inundated by little details. Strip one complete letter or section of the graphic. As you're stripping the graphics, all the little pieces and parts. What happens is, in actually one of the first vans we did, Jeremy went around and stripped all the lower graphic off. They wanted gone off the rocker areas. And when I was prepping to paint, there was little tiny pieces like that left in places that just got missed. They got forgot, they got skipped over. So I had to clean them up as I was ready to paint. Complete the one task in total. Complete all the way, done. You know, stripping letters is not exciting, so I'm gonna get back to this. I'll see you guys back here in a little bit. We'll go from there. Alright, so we didn't get where we wanted to Friday, but I'll kind of show you where we're at. We scrubbed this down, we started buffing. Our buffer fell apart. I mean, it fell the fuck apart. But you can see we're getting a little bit of shine back there. It actually looks, oh, let me back up without tripping over something. It looks much better. Jeremy went ahead and he actually used a DA and wet sanded this with, how far down did you go, Jeremy? 1,000. Down to 1,000, and then you went over it again with 1,500, and then you started buffing. Yep. So I mean, it's got its scars and scratches, but it looks a world better. This down here, we're covering shit up right now, okay, people. I discussed this with the owner. He knows what we got to do and what we're up against to make shit look professional. That actually is white coil stock that you would use on a house. We make sure all this is secured, and then we sand it down. We use a contact adhesive here and on the piece, and we just skin it right over. And when I'm done, I'll caulk along these lines here to seal that up again, just like there were caulked lines before. I made little sleeves that slung down over the old rotted rockers. We're looking to add some longevity and professional curb to the vehicle. That's what we're doing, and we're demanded of us to do it on a sleek budget, so that's what we're doing. We just hit that with a 6-inch grinder disc because it was so awful. We're gonna bedline that. This side, this actually was worse than the other side. I'm on my final mud, so there you go. This side's been scrubbed down too. No buffing yet, but it looks a world better. We got that piece of aluminum on down there too. I took them out of the same piece, the complementary cuts or whatnot. Just trimmed it a little bit. This piece I haven't bent up yet. Here. The other side I actually have bent up and it's ready to go. Oh lordy, let me see. We've replumbed almost all of the brake system on this. This is a van that was brought to us by a customer to put back into fleet service for an HVAC company. We replumbed the brake system. Now it sat here this weekend. You see that? So I don't know what the fuck it is. All I'm seeing there is more time for us and more money for the customer, which displeases me. You should think, oh, well, more time for you means more money for you. And I mean, we get compensated for our work, but you know, I wanted this thing gone Friday. Our buffer that we had, it had literally broke in half. I think we went ahead and tossed it out, but you know, as buffers go, it wasn't a fancy good name buffer either, but it, like right here, this whole section, the head fell off the fucking thing. So that ended that thing's life unceremoniously. I've had it for 3 years, so what the hell, right? It's had problems for a year. Just one of those things you never think about. You keep using it until it it's done. And that's exactly what we did. So, what I got left? What have I got left? We're gonna throw a tune-up and an oil change on it. I'm gonna explore the brake issue over there, and I'm going to inspect the where the master cylinder and booster bolt together. Make sure I don't have any weeping there, which would imply a blown master cylinder. I could never get it to pump up hard the other day, and I think this on this back passenger tire was the culprit. I'll I'll cover the other 2 sections underneath that aluminum rail with coil stock. I got to sand out the bodywork on the rocker panels we replaced. And those, I don't have a brake right now. In fact, I broke the sheet metal bender I had built 3 times now. I'm just done with it. I've bent up the frame on it, so it's just done. So anyhow, those were too long to put in that regardless. So I'll finish that up. I'll roll this bed liner onto the front bumper. I want to get all the things from the back doors forward taken care of. The reason I didn't get as much done Friday as I needed to, I lost half the day just looking for parts. Just looking for parts is all I was doing. And that doesn't help us any. So I'll check back in later.